That's the funny thing about the internet, content in general. A guy like John Cena, somebody like myself, Eric Emanuel. Tubby Moo is gone. I did say Tubby Moo left and he was never coming back. And just like Steve from Blue's Clues, I got up and left. When I introduced myself on this channel, man, I was a big John Cena fan. My father was in the hospital, and I had to be the breadwinner for the family. I had to bust my ass, and for years I did. Eventually, 2K15 came around, and sim games came around, and I quit because simulation I knew it wasn't going to be good for content for me, because I loved basically connecting with people. The online lobbies that we used to do in 2K12, 14, WWE13, WWE12. I was a lot like my father, a people person. And that's when I truly realized it. It was way too late. It was getting to see my father at the hospital, making people laugh, taking things like meat thermometers. Just stuck in rehab hospitals for months, and the one thing you're proud of is taking meat thermometers from the cafeteria. To be honest with you, starting a new channel is probably the smartest thing. It just doesn't feel right. Just because I know how to get views, I know what it would take, it just doesn't feel right to abandon what we started here. I now messed up and went in and got a haircut after finding a barber I liked, but it was too expensive. So it was the last day of a coupon and Great Clips. So I used it and I told her the wrong thing. And now I think I legally have to deploy for the military. Once you get this haircut, I think you have to deploy. I think that's the rules. When it comes to wrestling, there's a couple things I'm ashamed of. Truthfully, the fact that my father got me into wrestling, and he would still ask me things like, is it real? And now that he's gone, the moments like, for the first time, I find myself being like my dad. Brooks Jensen in NXT, it's the dumbest thing in the world, but I'm asking myself, is that real? I mean, obviously, like, he's got to be working with WWE. Like, he's getting in the building and stuff. Or is he, like, legit going crazy? This is awesome. And now he's a free agent. Like, it was the first time I actually thought like my dad, because my dad would ask me things like that. Like, hey, is that thing with Cena real? I think so, Dad. And to me, my favorite thing about wrestling is just obviously the escapism, TV. I think when I took over on this channel, we did a lot of like predicting. We did a lot of like getting people's hopes up instead of just like reacting like I always knew the payoff was. And it's just enjoying wrestling with friends, which was regret number 2. The original idea, which became Deadlock and became DPW, and was a group of friends just watching wrestling. And I went away from my own mission, my own goal, because there's some other stuff I hadn't taken care of yet. And I think it's time we do. And truthfully, wrestling is something that I regret getting all the opportunities I did with WrestleMania, SummerSlams, and I never even thought to bring my dad, the guy that made me fall in love with wrestling. The archives, the Hall of Fame. But he made his choices and I made mine. And the choices we made on this channel were to make jokes about main event, were to have lobbies full of people. It was genuinely always connecting with people. And the reason I can't just start a new channel is because I know how it works. I don't just abandon people that we started something with. I got up to over 500 pounds. I'm around 200 now. And there's nothing more than I want to do than continue going to church, talking wrestling, Oh my god, I'm a Southern wrestling fan. Oh my god. I like country music now. Well, I guess it's your true self. You're not going to hide from anything anymore. I'm Eric Emanuel. Tabimu is gone, unfortunately. Rest in peace. But Eric Emanuel is just getting started.